So you began this project, Greg, sort of trying to figure out why Gen Z has a different relationship with sex to other generations. I wonder, did you guys have discussions about that on set, and did you reach any conclusions?
Cooper's a virgin.
This is like this. This is like my generation that we're talking about. This is psychotic.
It's really. I kind of asked him about the virginal experience. And kind of,
how is it to be a virgin?
See the world through a virgin's eyes. Hard for me.
It's funny because that's it is such a painting by broad strokes concept that someone would create an article about Gen Z just not having sex, but in relation to whether or not they want to see it on screen, I feel like it's just about authenticity and seeing something that is emblematic of how they experience sexuality. And for the longest time, I think the portrayal of it was, as it was stated in maybe interviews before, was like hot and heavy, as if it has to be this climax of passionate catharsis, when sex in real life, more often than not, has those moments of awkward relatability and, you know, commonality that coincides with tension in a way that feels, you know, hopefully communally, you know, enjoyable, as long as everyone's, you know, looking out for each other.
No.
There's not like an answer that you can come to.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
there's not like it's not like there's you know, you just gotta go out and try to find people, you know, like it's like there's not like you just gotta kind of go and like, you know, flirt and you know, go put yourself out there. I don't know, and that's what this movie's kind of about.
Yeah.
Is like someone kind of guiding you through. I think the thing about like my generation is the fact that I think we do want to be kind of like. I'm actually not gonna make a group gesture.
No,
I'm not gonna do that. No, because that's just so
No,
annoying to do.
I think it's true that, like, I mean, as Greg has described this movie, it's like, hopefully this will kind of give exposure therapy to Gen Z about like sexual experiences and inspire them to go out there. And I think part of like Cooper's whole journey and like in Apple's journey too is like there's these two kids who like kind of go out and get into trouble and live on the edge, and it's like not without its pain and suffering, and like, but all that is like part of the spectrum of life.
And what I love,
It's all worth it.
It's all worth it.
A little bit.
No pain, no gain.
No pain, no gain.
I love that
Pain is
Greg
beauty.
also had the duality, like it could be whitewashed into the idea that like, oh, if you're vulnerable, if you go out and have these experiences, everything will work out for you. But you actually see in Apple and in Elliot the price we pay for vulnerability, and how a lot of times when you put yourself out there, there is a heartache that comes with it, but it's worth it for that, you know, goal of enlightenment.
Yeah. No, I think that's so real. Go have sex though.
Yeah.
Go
have sex.
It's just really this idea that, you know, kids like not having relationships, not falling in. You got to fall in love. You got to get your heart broken. You got to go through all it's pain, suffering, confusion, all of it. It's such an important part of growing up, and it was literally like. For my generation, just everything. You know what I mean? Like that was what it was all about. It wasn't, you know, there wasn't like technology. There wasn't fucking TikTok. There wasn't. It was just like, yeah, let's go to a fucking party and meet somebody and like look for. You know, you're always like looking around. That search for, you know, sex or connection or whatever you're looking for. It was everything. There wasn't all of this other stuff that's like, I'm just not leaving my room.
Yeah.
We did hear that someone sitting in the audience last night had sex with their seatmate. So the movie's doing its job.
I don't know if it was sex. I heard like hook up, make out.
They're gonna get married.
That's awesome. They are gonna get married.
They're getting married today.
I saw a tweet last night that said that.
That's awesome.
I made out with the
Shout out.
guy sitting next to me.